Call the County Board of Commissioners meeting for November 14th, 2018 to order. I'll ask the clerk to call the roll.
Commissioners Berman,
Here.
Bowman, Crawford,
Here.
Dwyer is excused, Fleming,
Here.
Gershenson, Gingell,
Here.
Hoffman, Jackson, Kokendorfer,
Here.
Kowal,
Here.
Long,
Here.
McGilvray,
Here.
Middleton, Quarles, Spiz is excused, Taub,
Here.
Teets, Weipert, Woodward,
Here.
Zach. You have a quorum.
Thank you very much. This evening, our invocation will be given by the Honorable Doug Teets. I'd ask Commissioner Teets to come forward, and I'd ask that you all please stand for the invocation and remain standing for the Pledge of Allegiance. Commissioner Teets.
Thank you. Let us pray. Heavenly Father, we pray for this board and all in authority. May you guide them to be humble and use their authority to protect the vulnerable and promote the common good. Heavenly Father, we also lift up in prayer those that are suffering and those that are suffering from natural disasters. All this we ask in your name. Amen. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
I'll now take a motion for the approval of the minutes from October 25th, 2018, moved by Fleming, supported by Quarles. Any discussion? All in favor say aye. Aye. Opposed, nay. The minutes have been approved. Now on to the approval of the agenda, and for that I'll call on the Majority Caucus Chair, Commissioner Shelley Taub. Commissioner Taub.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. I'd like to move the agenda as printed. There will be one slight change in communications. We're going to cross off the proclamation to Judy Lindstrom, and then I'll move the agenda.
So I'll take a motion by Taub to move the agenda as presented with the one administrative change to remove the proclamation as noted, supported by McGilvray. Any discussion on the agenda? Seeing none, I'll ask the clerk to call the roll.
Commissioners Bowman,
Yes.
Crawford,
Yes.
Fleming,
Yes.
Gershenson, where'd you go? Okay, Gingell,
Yes.
Hoffman, Jackson, Kokendorfer, Kowal, Long,
Yes.
McGilvray,
Yes.
Middleton, Quarles, Taub,
Yes.
Teets, Weipert,
Yes.
Woodward, Zach,
Yes.
Berman,
Yes.
Gershenson. Say yes. Is that a yes, Marcia? Okay, it's okay. You have 19 yeas, 0 nays.
19 yeas, 0 nays. The agenda as presented has been approved. And that'll move us into the communications portion of our agenda. And this is the time that we get the great privilege and honor of recognizing important individuals and groups within Oakland County and across the state and nation. And I'm happy to say tonight we've got a number of great guests that we're going to have the opportunity to honor. So I will start by recognizing Commissioner David Bowman to come up and present his proclamation.
If I could get members of the Kennedy Panthers to join me here at the podium, as well as their coaches.
I'm eating.
Yeah, we'll have half of you here, maybe half of you here. You guys are a large group. So as these ladies and gentlemen approach the podium, I wanted to just give you a little bit of background on these distinguished gentlemen and ladies. This group of individuals traveled to Seattle, Washington this year. And if you see here, Dawn's on their neck, let's make sure they see it
I see that.
front and center, were able to win silver medal in the Special Olympics. And I believe this is the second second year that they have accomplished this particular goal. Competed nationally to achieve this goal. July 1st through the 6th, the Kennedy Panthers basketball team, representing Kennedy Center in Pontiac, Michigan, traveled to Seattle, Washington to compete alongside 4,000 other athletes and coaches for the 2018 Special Olympic U.S. Games. And whereas, and actually this is an update, this 4-time state championship team earned a silver medal after 5 wins and 1 loss. The Kennedy Panthers demonstrated sportsmanship, teamwork, determination, and skill, achieving this well-deserved honor. The members of this team include Kadeem Clay, Premier Colazzo, I should have practiced this first, Alexis Fitch, Rasheen Hayton, did I get it right? Hey man, Rashid Hatton, sir. Adden Howell, Micah Jones, Pierre Leak, Omar Page, Nate Perkins, and Tiffany Powers. And their coaches today include Tony Pittman and Mr. Fred McFadden. I essentially want to make certain that these young men and gentlemen receive the admiration and accolades that they have achieved. I was able to be present as they returned from Seattle, and I think you guys flew on a private plane, didn't you? Well, I might be adding a little color to the conversation. But as they have returned from that journey and accomplishing some pretty remarkable feats, I recall succinctly the smiles on your faces, the pride that you had within your hearts and within your eyes is something that is rare and something that no one can take away from you. And I want to make sure that you know that you made me proud, you made our city proud, and you represented this community in the best way fashion. And today, I want to make certain that we put you on yet another stage to note your accomplishments and your achievement as silver medalists as the Pontiac Kennedy Panthers. Congratulations.
That's fantastic. And again, it's an honor to have you with us. As I mentioned, we have the opportunity to recognize a number of individuals and organizations, and I want to take the opportunity to ask Kurt Steidel to come forward, and Dave Vanderveen. I know Shelley Taub, if there's anyone else that would like to come up as part of the resolution to proclamation to recognize Kurt, please feel free to. Welcome. So I am going to let Dave and Shelley say a few words, but for those that don't know, Kurt honorably served as the Michigan Department of Transportation Director and Head for over 30 years. He was with MDOT, and I'm sure he has a lot of experiences and stories he can share. But we're going to let Shelley and Dave share some of their experiences and stories first. So, Shelley.
Well, I got lucky. I first met Kirk when he first became director of the department because I had his budget. And he's done a remarkable job. And he has mostly promoted the autonomous vehicles. And he's done an incredible job in this state. And I'm really pleased to have had that opportunity to have his budget, at least for a couple of years. when he first became head of MDOT. So,
Thank you, Shelley. I'm actually representing County Executive Brooks Patterson, who wanted to be here but unfortunately wasn't able to. I know Brooks would have thanked him for all the work Kurt has done for Oakland County. He should. He is an Oakland County resident, and I think his commissioner standing right here, Commissioner Weipert. Kurt has had a long, distinguished career. I think the resolution says he was appointed in 2006. That makes him the longest-serving MDOT director in the history of the state of Michigan. So, congratulations on your tenure. The governor refers to him as our transportation rock star, and I think it's absolutely correct. I've had the privilege and pleasure of working for Kurt for, well, I guess 8 years now. And anyway, he has a distinguished career and has done an exemplary job. Again, congratulations, Kurt.
I will tell you, he's generally a good person. I see him shopping around town, and I make sure I tell my friends that I know the man, but I don't tell them who he is, because we know what story he would get. He would get complaints, so I tell him he's a good person. He does come and support SEMCOG, got the bridge done with the governor, was one of the promises of Governor Schneider. The bridge groundbreaking happened. He saw that through, and that's going to be an economic boom for this area, and he's truly a really good person. So, thank you.
Congratulations. So, you know, I know you have had many projects and a lot throughout Oakland County, particularly the I-75 corridor project that you were able to follow through on has been significant for us. So we want to recognize you this evening with this proclamation, and I will read it and then present it to you. So whereas we are all indebted to the special individuals whose dedication, innovation, and leadership in the public sector have had a positive and lasting impact on our state, county, and communities. And whereas Kurt Steidl honorably served the Michigan Department of Transportation for over 30 years. He first joined MDOT in 1987 and served as director from 2006 until his retirement in October of this year. Whereas during his tenure at MDOT, Kurt served under both a Democratic and Republican governor and consistently demonstrated the importance of nonpartisan leadership in the field of public sector transportation. Whereas Kurt has represented Michigan very admirably on the national stage, serving as chairman of the Transportation Research Board's Executive Committee, president of the American Association of State Highway and Transportation Officials, and chairman of the Intelligent Transportation Society of America and board of directors. I mean, what are you going to do now that you're retired? I'm just going to be honest with you. This is a lot. Whereas Kurt has also proven himself a national leader in the connected vehicle field, including supporting MDOT's ongoing partnership with the Road Commission for Oakland County. And whereas we join with Oakland County Executive L. Brooks Patterson, as well as Kurt's family, friends, and colleagues, to honor and thank him for his decades of dedicated service, we congratulate him on a long and successful career and wish him all the best in his retirement. Now, therefore, Michael J. Gingell, I, the Chairman of the Board of Commissioners, along with the entire Board of Commissioners, do hereby proclaim special commendation to Kurt T. Steidl, test of the 14th day of November 2018. Congratulations.
Well, Mr. Chairman and members of the Commission, this is a tremendous honor. I've been an Oakland County resident since 1999. And many of my neighbors don't know what I do. And the township supervisor did a nice job of not broadcasting that when I went to the township meeting. I do have a number of neighbors that want me to fix their pothole that do know what I do, and I just sent them to the road commission. This is a tremendous honor, you know, to be recognized by your own county government. Thank you for that. It's been an amazing career. When I listen to that, the first thing that pops in my mind is the Monty Python movie, In Search of the Holy Grail, where they're walking through and they're bringing out all the dead people, you know, from the plague or something. It says, "Bring out your dead." And one guy's laying on top and said, "Not dead yet." That's me, not dead yet. I've got a lot more to do, and it's going to involve a lot of Oakland County stuff. So one of the things that I really like is the Road Commission is very, very progressive, thinks on the cutting edge a lot. And in my new role, I'm going to be working for a company out of California that actually does a lot of work here in Michigan and does a lot of work with the Road Commission for Oakland County. So I'm hoping to continue to advance technology right in our backyard and hopefully to use all of you as that national example. So again, thank you for that proclamation. I really appreciate it.
But one thing that Kurt didn't tell you is, guess what? He was a county commissioner.
I was a city commissioner in the city of Essexville.
I bet you were county commissioner, city.
Now I'd like to ask the Oakland County Sheriff's Office Mounted Unit to come forward. I know there's a number of members back here. Come on up behind us. Gentlemen and ladies, come on, both sides. Come on. So on behalf of the Board of Commissioners and the Republican Caucus and Democratic Caucus, we want to recognize you for all of your effort and commitment to Oakland County. Dave and Shelley, you're welcome to say a few words. I think I'll read the proclamation, and then we'll open it up for comments. And I know Under Sheriff McCabe wants to say a few words also. So this is about, certainly recognizing and honoring all that you do. Sergeant Stoner and your team, I know this is a partial piece of the team. I don't believe it's the whole unit, so we want to make sure we recognize the entire unit. And whereas we are all deeply indebted to the honorable individuals who serve in law enforcement and have dedicated their lives and careers to serving and protecting the community and the people who live there. Whereas established in 1948, the Oakland County Sheriff's Office Mounted Unit is one of the oldest horse patrol units in the country. The mounted unit is utilized for park patrol, riot response, parade details, and search and rescue missions. Whereas after months of training and preparation, 5 deputies from the Oakland County Sheriff's Office Mounted Unit participated in the 34th Annual National Mounted Police Competition in Lexington, Kentucky, from September 24th to 28th, 2018. The unit competed against more than 100 mounted police officers and their horses across the U.S. and Canada and placed in several categories, receiving individual awards. And whereas we join the citizens of Oakland County as well as their family, friends, and colleagues of these incredible police officers in congratulating them on this impressive accomplishment and the professional representation of Oakland County. Now therefore, I, Michael J. Gingell, Chairman of the Oakland County Board of Commissioners, along with the entire Board of Commissioners, do hereby proclaim special commendation to the Oakland County Sheriff's Office Mounted Unit for their dedicated service. We wish them continued success in their future competitions. Test the 14th day of November 2018.
So I'm going to say that my kids are very jealous they're not here right now. In our county parks, seen many of you, and just thank you for your service and all the work and the contribution to not only the overall public safety, but the ongoing protection of the public and the community. So well-deserved honor, and thank you for all your continued work.
Just real quick, on behalf of Sheriff Mike Bouchard and the commissioners, we want to thank you for this award. They don't do it for the money. They get, $15, $16 an hour, I think, what we pay you. There's a lot better jobs out there than that, as you know. They don't do it because of the money. They do it because of the love of the horses and what they do and the community that they serve as a whole. As you know, they're throughout the whole county. They do Cruising Woodward. We've gone assisted Detroit down at the fireworks there, Southfield Fireworks, many other events, Paint Creek Trail, as you all know. And again, I want to thank you for thanking them.
Sergeant Stoner, any comments you'd like to make, or you're good? Okay. No pressure, by the way, no pressure. Well, again, on behalf of the board, we can't thank you enough for your service, what you do for the community, how you put yourselves out there first, and when you travel and compete, you compete well, you win, you represent us professionally, and it's all the things that Oakland County is about. So I want to recognize, and I'll give it to Sergeant Stoner, but it's to be produced for the entire unit. The proclamation from the board. Congratulations. Congratulations. Want to take a picture just to memorialize the proclamation. Right here in front. Now I'd like to ask the clerk if there's any other communications to come before us this evening.
We have three this evening. The first is dated October 23rd, 2018, from Alan E. Schneck, Director of the Department of Public Services from the City of Rochester Hills, in regards to the 2017 Local Road Improvement Matching Fund Project Report. And I'll just read a bit of it. It is with great honor that I submit this report on behalf of Rochester Hills. With the help of the Local Road Improvement Matching Fund Project, the city has replaced segments of road on 21 local streets as part of our 2017 concrete road replacement program. The city and residents of Rochester Hills appreciate the additional funds this program provides for local roads. And the second one is dated November 5th, 2018, regarding the 2018 Local Road Improvement Matching Fund Project Report from Dr. Cheryl Mitchell, City Administrator from the City of Lathrop Village. The City of Lathrop Village extends its gratitude to the county for the contribution of over $14,000 of matching funds under the 2018 Local Road Improvement Matching Fund Project. And the third is dated November 6th, 2018, regarding the 2018 Local Road Improvement Matching Fund Project Report from the Planning Manager, Justin Lyons, from the City of Ferndale. The City of Ferndale extends its gratitude to the county for the contribution of over $83,000 of matching funds from the 2016 to 2018 Local Road Improvement Matching Fund Project. We thank the county for continuing the program and look forward to future funding opportunities. Sorry, can't read. That's it for tonight.
Without objection, we'll receive and file all the communications, and we'll move on to the public comment. This evening, we have two individuals that have signed up for public comment. If you are here for public comment and you didn't get a chance to sign up, I'll give you the opportunity to speak after those who have signed up. So we'll start with Jody White, and then it'll be Jeff White. And as is our custom, we ask that you would contain your comments to 3 minutes. We have a clock here that will count down. When it gets Daryl, you'll hear a series of beeps, and I'd ask that you just respectfully conclude your comments as quickly as possible. So, Mr. White.
Hello, my name's Jeff White. I've been out here several times, and I'm going to be real brief tonight. I missed you last time, Chairman Dingle, and I wanted to thank you for your letter that you wrote out to the SCAO department here at the state level. And I did go out to a meeting after that, and it was, I did receive a response from the SCAO group, and they said that they found no evidence of mismanagement or any failure regarding these subjects of elder abuse and the taking of assets over there in the probate court. I found that a little bit disturbing because they said that they did get a series of complaints several months ago. I know I only came out here in July. I started in July. So they must have had several complaints prior to that. And it's still going on to this day. And I just came out here to speak on this letter that I received on October 23rd. I know that there's going to be a changing of the guard here, and I'll probably wait until the beginning of next year to come back out and speak some more on this detail, because I know it's taking place. I was over there in the court today, and I did witness a lot of favoritism towards those public administrators and the appointed, you know, attorneys that are involved over there. So I'll let you go for this evening, and I'll bring up Jody White. Thank you.
I do want to recap because I can't go to the county meeting. I can't go to the meetings with my husband because I had a sheriff grab me from behind as I was walking in the probate court, and I'm not allowed to be with my husband anymore. And so because of that, I'm here. I am still trying to get, here's the office of the sheriff, which I love that they were all here, but I need them to get the videotapes that we have in our Oakland County buildings. You know, I love Oakland County. I love everything that they say about us. But when we spend a bunch of money to pay for commissioners and to pay for our programs and to pay for our videos, and a policeman gets to come up from behind and grab me, and now I'm facing charges from the prosecuting attorney, and you guys, taxpayers, are being paid. You know, you guys are paying for this. So it's real simple. Get me the videotapes, and we'll just shut this down because it'll show what happened. But instead, they're not going to do that. And so in the newspaper, I thought was kind of weird because it says they look like cops, but they're not cops, and we have 84 of them that are in Oakland County Sheriff's Department. And I do want an apology. This guy grabbed me from behind and bruised me. I am now in court. Here's just a few of the transcripts. They're very, very, very good to read. I'm learning what it's like to be a criminal and go into court and to see judges actually act like my attorney. I pay an attorney to represent me, and the judges shut them up, quiet them up, object. So probate court's different, but this is the 50th District Court Circuit, and then I'm also now in the Circuit Court and the District Court. So I did not win my election, 32% of the votes, so I did not win in Wayne and Westland. I have talked with Kevin Coleman, he was the winner. He is gonna still help me take on this elder abuse and financial exploitation. I do wanna thank Mr. Gingle. You are trying, we're seeing. We are gonna go ahead and still proceed with, there's a superintending control, and Rule 8.113, which is what he quoted, is request for investigation of courts. So I'm not a lawyer, but it says you can file an action for superintending control in an appropriate court. And him and I are asking, should that be us? Should it be you guys? Should it be all the other victims? Should we do a class action? I don't know, but if you just went to a couple of the Wednesday, you'll see what we see. And anybody's welcome to come to any of my court hearings because it's costing me a whole lot of money for carrying. And I thought it'd be just a lot easier to be a winner as a state rep. But state reps can stop the corruption, but I'd like to get some help from the commissioners. So as usual, thank you for serving and thank you for listening.
Thank you very much. Is there anyone else here that would like to speak in public comment but didn't get a chance to sign up for public comment? Seeing none, we'll close public comment and move on to the remaining items on our agenda, starting with the reports of standing committees. I'll take a motion from Crawford, supported by Quarles, to move the items on the consent agenda. Any discussion? Seeing none, I'll ask the clerk to call the roll.
On the consent agenda, Commissioners Crawford,
Yes.
Fleming,
Yes.
Gershenson, Gingell,
Yes.
Hoffman, Jackson, Kokendorfer, Kowal,
Yes.
Long, McGilvray,
Yes.
Middleton,
Yes.
Quarles, Taub,
Yes.
Teets, Whitebert,
Yes.
Woodward, Zach,
Yes.
Berman, Bowman.
Yes.
Mr. Chair, you have 19 yeas, 0 nays.
19 yeas, 0 nays. The items on the consent agenda have been adopted. We'll now move to our regular agenda, and we have a couple committees to come before us this evening. We'll start with the Planning and Building Committee, and I'll call on the chairperson of that committee, Commissioner Phil Wiper. Commissioner Wiper.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. First item is miscellaneous resolution INRI Water Resources Commissioner, Charter Township of Highland Water System Operation and Maintenance Agreement. I'd ask that be referred to Finance.
Without objection, we'll refer to the Finance Committee.
The next item is a miscellaneous resolution, Water Resources Commissioner, Charter Township of Highland Water Supply System, transfer and assignment of all county interests in the easements, rights of way for the water supply system and related equipment, facilities and improvements located within the Charter Township of Highland. I'd ask that also be referred to Finance.
Without objection, refer to the Finance Committee.
The next item is miscellaneous resolution, Water Resources Commissioner, interjurisdictional property insurance agreement with the City of Keego Harbor. I'd ask that be referred to Finance.
Without objection, refer to the Finance Committee.
The next item is a miscellaneous resolution, Water Resources Commissioner, City of Novi sanitary sewer system operation and maintenance agreement. I'd ask that also be referred to Finance.
Without objection, refer to the Finance Committee.
The next item is also a miscellaneous resolution, Water Resources Commissioner, City of Walled Lake sewer system operation and maintenance agreement. I'd ask that be referred to Finance.
Without objection, refer to the Finance Committee.
Next item is also miscellaneous resolution, Water Resources Commissioner, City of Walled Lake water system operation and maintenance agreement. I'd ask that be referred to Finance.
Without objection, refer to the Finance Committee.
And the last item is a miscellaneous resolution, Water Resources Commissioner, Harris Computer Systems contract extension. I'd ask that be referred to Finance.
Without objection, refer to the Finance Committee.
And that concludes the report of the Planning and Building Committee.
Next, we have the Public Services Committee, and I know we have one item to come before us. So Commissioner Dwyer, or Commissioner Jackson, we'll recognize you for the Public Services Committee item.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. The Public Services Committee has one item to come before the board tonight. Miscellaneous resolution, Public Services Department, Animal Shelter and Pet Adoption Center, Animal Shelter Improvements, Equipment Acquisition. I ask that this item be referred to Finance.
Without objection, we'll refer to the Finance Committee.
That concludes the report of the Public Services Committee.
Thank you very much. And that concludes the reports of our regular business committees. We have no reports of special committees, no special order of business, and no unfinished business, so it'll bring us to new and miscellaneous resolutions. I know we have a couple resolutions this evening to come before us, and we'll start with Commissioner Crawford.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. I have a miscellaneous resolution regarding law enforcement services agreement with the City of Novi, 2018 Michigan Career Quest Southeast event. And I would like to request a suspension of rules for immediate consideration.
So we'll first take a motion from Crawford, supported by Zach, to suspend the rules. It's a non-debatable motion. I'll ask the clerk to call the roll.
On suspension of the rules, Commissioners Fleming?
Yes.
Gershenson? Gershenson? Okay. Gingell?
Yes.
Hoffman? Yes. Jackson? Yes. Kokendorfer? Yes. Kowal? Yes. Long? Yes. McGilvray? Yes. Middleton?
Yes.
Quarles? Taub?
Yes.
Teets? Yes. Weipert?
Yes.
Woodward? Yes. Zach?
Yes.
Berman?
Yes.
Bowman?
Yes.
Crawford?
Yes.
Mr. Chair, you have 18 yeas, 0 nays.
18 yeas, 0 nays. The rules have been suspended. Now I'll take a motion from Crawford, supported by Zach, to move the resolution. Any discussion? Seeing none, I'll ask the clerk to call the roll.
Commissioners Gershenson? Yes. Gingell?
Yes.
Hoffman? Yes. Jackson? Yes. Kokendorfer? Yes. Kowal? Yes. Long? Yes. McGilvray? Yes. Middleton?
Yes.
Quarles is not here. Taub?
Yes.
Teets? Yes. Weipert?
Yes.
Woodward? Yes. Zach?
Yes.
Berman?
Yes.
Bowman?
Yes.
Crawford?
Yes.
Fleming?
Yes.
Mr. Chair, you have 18 yeas, 0 nays.
18 yeas, 0 nays. The resolution's been adopted. No pressure, Jennifer, but let's have a great event out there in Novi. Commissioner Long.
Okay, I have a Board of Commissioners Tri-Party Road Improvement Program Fiscal Year 2018 appropriation. Charter Township of Commerce, installation of additional fabric fence cover on Pontiac Trail at M5. And it's a referral to Finance.
Without objection, we'll refer to
That's the
Finance.
roundabout. There's people who don't like that.
Commissioner Kokendorfer.
Good evening, Mr. Chair. I also have a resolution for a tri-party road improvement program for the City of Rochester. Request to be referred to Finance.
Without objection, refer to the Finance Committee. Commissioner McGilvray.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
I'd like to take this time, if I could, to introduce the new commissioners that will be taking office in January, commissioner-elects. First of all, we have Angie Powell from Pontiac. Bill Miller III from Farmington. Kristen Nelson from Waterford. And Gwen Markham from Novi.
Commissioner Woodward.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. I have a resolution addressing Board of Commissioners transition expenses and request suspension of the rules for immediate consideration.
So we'll take a motion from Woodward to suspend the rules, supported by Weipert, non-debatable motion. Ask the clerk to call the roll on the suspension of the rules.
Fast enough. Commissioners Gingell.
Yes.
Hoffman. Yes. Jackson. Yes. Kokendorfer. Yes. Kowal.
Yes.
Long. Yes. McGilvray. Yes. Middleton.
Yes.
Quarles. Yes. Taub. Yes. Teets. Yes. Weipert.
Yes.
Woodward.
Yes.
Zach.
Yes.
Berman.
Yes.
Bowman.
Yes.
Crawford.
Yes.
Fleming.
Yes.
Gershenson. Quarles. I got you, right? Sorry. Missed it. Mr. Chair, you have 19 yeas, 0 nays.
19 yeas, the rules have been suspended. Now I'll take a motion from Woodward, supported by Weipert, to put the item before us. Any discussion? Seeing none, I'll ask the clerk to call the roll.
Commissioners Hoffman. Yes. Jackson. Yes. Kokendorfer. Yes. Kowal.
Yes.
Long.
Yes.
McGilvray. Yes. Middleton.
Yes.
Quarles. Yes. Taub. Yes. Teets. Yes. Weipert.
Yes.
Woodward.
Yes.
Zach.
Yes.
Berman. Yes. Bowman.
Yes.
Crawford.
Yes.
Fleming.
Yes.
Gershenson. Gingell.
Yes.
Mr. Chair, you have 19 yeas, 0 nays.
19 yeas, 0 nays, the resolution's been adopted. Commissioner Taub.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. I have a resolution authorization to proceed with remodeling of Pernick Aaron Conference Room, and I would like to refer this to Finance.
Without objection, I'll refer to the Finance Committee. Any other new or miscellaneous business or announcements to come before us? I guess I'll take a moment of personal privilege. I appreciate Commissioner McGilvray introducing the new commissioners. Thank you very much. Looking forward to get to know all of them individually and collectively as a group. And I want to take an opportunity to recognize everybody who took the opportunity and had the courage to put their name on the ballot. It was successful for some and not successful for others, but it takes a lot of effort and courage to put yourself out there and being willing to serve, and I don't want that to go unnoticed. So for those who were successful, again, congratulations. And for those that weren't, we look forward to continue to working with you. So on behalf of myself as the chair of the board, thank you for your efforts, your willingness to serve, and we wish you all the best in the future. So with no other new or miscellaneous business or announcements, I will announce that we're adjourned to December 6, 2018 at 9:30 a.m. or at the call of the chair. We are adjourned.